يا حسين 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 يا حسين حسين.
Assalamualaikum, welcome to baby Ruqayyah. Okay, so Hazrat Ruqayyah, also known as Hazrat Sakina, was the youngest daughter of Imam Hussain. She was a vivacious child, full of love and happiness. Everyone loved Sakina. She was also a very religious girl. She enjoyed reading the Holy Quran and never missed her prayers. From the age of 2, she took great care to make sure that her head and face were properly covered when in public. Sakina was Imam Hussein's most beloved child. She always had a sweet and cheerful smile and a very friendly nature. Other children sought her company as much as the grown-ups did. She was very generous and always shared whatever she had with others. There was a special bond between Imam Hussein's brother, Hazrat Abbas, and Sakina. If Sakina requested for anything, Abbas would not rest until he satisfied her request. There is nothing that Abbas would not do to make Sakina happy. At Karbala, when from the 7th of Muharram, water became scarce, Sakina shared whatever little water she had with the other children. And soon there was no water at all. The thirsty children would look at Sakina hopefully, and because she could not help them, she would have tears in her eyes. On the day of Ashura, she gave her mushk to Hazrat Abbas. He went to get water for her. The children gathered around Sakina with their little cups, knowing that as soon as Hazrat Abbas brought any water, Sakina would first make sure that they had some before taking any herself. When Sakina saw Imam Hussain bringing the blood-drenched alarm, she knew that her uncle Abbas had been killed. From that day on, Sakina never complained of thirst. Then came the time when the earth shook and Sakina became an orphan, but even then she always thought of the others first. She would console her mother on the death of Ali Asghar. From the time when Imam Hussain fell on the battlefield, Sakina forgot how to smile. Kufa saw her as a somber little girl, lost in thought. Quite often, she would sit up at night, knowing that her weeping upset her mother. Sakina would cry silently and quietly wipe away her tears. In the prison in Sham, she would stare at the flock of birds flying to their nest and sunset, and innocently ask Hazrat Zainab, "Will Sakina be going home like those birds flying to their homes?" Hazrat Zainab would console her and say that she should soon meet her father. One night, when Sakina was asleep, she woke up crying and started to look for her father everywhere. All the holy ladies tried to console her so she would stop crying, but she didn't get any peace and continued, "Oh, my dear aunt, where is my father? A few minutes ago, I was with my father and he kissed me and said that, 'My dear Sakina, you will be with me. But where is my father now?'" When Sakina told her dream, all the holy ladies started to cry, and now this noise of crying was heard by Yazid at his court. Yazid sent the severed head of Imam Hussain to the prison, and when sight of her father, she started to cry even more, and it held it very tight and asked her father, "Who cut off my father's head? Who murdered my father? Why are we held up as captives?" With these words of sorrow, suddenly Sakina was quiet. Everyone thought she had finally gone to sleep again, but this was not a temporary sleep. Sakina had now gone into a permanent sleep and joined her Holy Father in heaven. Ya Sakina, Ya Mazluma. Bibi Sakina taught me how to have patience in life. We will strive to be a Muslimah like Bibi Sakina.